and welcome to episode 120 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Amy Kate. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. As always, I'm really excited to be back with you guys to share everything that I have been working on this past week. Unfortunately, it's not as much as it has been, or as much as it will be next week. I've been working on two big secret projects behind the scenes that I can't talk about, at least not yet. So I have a few things to share, but not a ton. But both of those projects are wrapping up over the course of this weekend, so I'm hoping that next week I have lots more to share. But nonetheless, I do have some exciting things to talk about, so I'm so glad that you are here to see them. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. And then don't forget to hit the notification bell right by the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. I have a fun tutorial coming out later this week that I'm very excited about. So definitely subscribe so that you don't miss that. And then also be sure to check out all of the links in the description box below. It is the best place to find some things that I'm going to be talking about today. Pattern shops, social media platforms, Facebook group information. Everything like that is located down there. But if you have any other questions, any other comments, definitely don't hesitate to reach out via email, which my address is linked down below, or you can leave a comment here on the channel if the comments are on, because YouTube can be frustrating. But we all know that. It's just part of it, apparently. So let's go ahead and hop into it today. I don't have any finished objects to share, but I do have some progress on a couple of whips. So let's talk about those. Alright, the first work in progress that I have been chugging away on this week is this pair of socks, and I have finished the first one. I love these so much. So I am making these as a Christmas gift for later this year. I am kind of slowly working through a few Christmas things that I know that I want to do, just so that December isn't completely filled with that, because I could go on and on about this, but I really want to be mindful, you know, while I'm making these gifts for people and just taking the time to think about them and to pray for them. And it's hard to do that if you're so focused on, you know, getting one gift done off of the next in December, when, you know, you have to give them away in like 2 weeks. So anyway, kind of trying to work on them slowly throughout the rest of this year, but I have finished this first sock. And here's what it looks like. I used Barocco Comfort sock, so I love this yarn. I have used it a couple of times before. It's got a really unique kind of woven spin. It's not plied like some other yarns. It's also really, really soft. So I really enjoy using it. Like I said, I've used it a few times. So this is, I don't know, third time maybe. It might only be, I'm trying to remember. I made my dad a pair of socks with this yarn. So I know that I've made at least one full pair, but anyway, regardless, I really like the way that these have turned out. It's kind of self-striping, kind of not. I just let the yarn do whatever it was going to do. I'm not going to try to make them match, because I don't even know what the repeat is, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm just going to go with it, and it'll be totally fine. So I have not yet started the second sock. Here is the yarn that I'm using, though. I thought I left the bag by my chair, and I didn't, and I'm glad. So here's the sock yarn, Barocco Comfort sock. This is 50% superfine nylon, 50% acrylic. So it doesn't have any wool in it, which is definitely why I think it's so soft, or at least part of the reason. It feels like it has bamboo. Like it kind of has that sleekness, that sheen, but it doesn't. I guess it's just the nylon maybe, but it feels very sturdy, and that's definitely because of the nylon. Maybe the acrylic is what's soft. I don't know. But like I said, I really enjoy using it. This is the colorway, just a number, 1818. No actual name. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying using it. And I have not started the second sock yet, but that is my goal for this week. I'm hoping to knit the entire sock, just, you know, kind of mindlessly over the course of this week. And I'm really hoping I can get that done. I'm going to make myself, like, a little schedule to try to uphold. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking cuff on Monday, and then the leg on Tuesday. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I want to do that. I want to challenge myself to do that. So, hopefully I can make that happen. But, yes, enjoying this work in progress. And officially halfway done with it, which is always exciting. And then the other project that I have been working on, I did not work on this, honestly, hardly at all this week. I have so little progress to share. It just wasn't where my mind was this week. But okay, it is August 28th. I made the goal this month to finish this blanket in August, on this month, or throughout this month. on this month, if that makes no sense. I also want to like post on Instagram that it's done on August 31st, which is Wednesday, I think. 29, yeah, on Wednesday. So that is the plan. I'm really hoping I can make it happen. I think I can. I am so close, but I'm not there yet. So I'm going to have to spend quite a bit of time working on it over the next day or two. But this is my cotton scrappy blanket. So I have just compiled all of my cotton scraps over the last like 8 years that I've been knitting and crocheting into like a large bin, kind of accumulated all of them, and then I'm making a big granny stripe blanket with them, and it is amazing. I loved this thing so much. It has been a blast to work on, so special to just kind of have all of these memories, all of these projects come together in one big project. I really like that it's cotton as well. It's just going to hold up really nicely. It's machine washable and dryable, which is going to be amazing. Fairly lightweight, like it is mostly worsted weight, so it's definitely got some weight to it, but it's not too heavy. And of course the like holes, not really the right term, but holes that are in the granny stitch obviously let some air into, which is nice. I live in Alabama, so it is still very hot, but it's not too hot for this blanket. Like I will definitely be able to use it, and I'm so excited for that. So I'm trying to make it as tall as I am. That's kind of my general rule when it comes to blankets. This one I might do a little bit longer. We'll see, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and I'm loving it, and it's so amazing, and it's completely mindless, and I'm excited to have it done. So wish me luck. I am hoping that I can get it done. Like I said, I'm so close, but not quite there yet. So anyway, and that is it for works in progress this week. Those are the only two things that I'm working on right now that aren't designs. But I have a brand new pattern to share that I just released, one that is going to be coming out later this week, and then one that's going to be coming out later this fall. So let's go ahead and talk about those. For starters, let's share my brand new pattern, and that is the trusty Tunisian pillow, which this is what it looks like. I love this thing. It turned out so cute. I just love it. It's so squishy, so soft. I really want a full like cardigan or pullover in this yarn now, like so badly. That has got to happen at some point over the course of this fall season, because it would just be amazing. And I feel like it wouldn't show wear that much either because of the yarn and the texture that it is. So that kind of makes me excited too. Yeah, I really want to make that happen. But anyways, this pattern just released. You can find it on Ravelry and Etsy, or you can find the free version on the blog as a blog post if that's how you choose to read your patterns. You can find it there. I will link it down below. Thank you so much to everyone who has already downloaded the pattern. I can't wait to see your beautiful pillows. Yeah, love this release, and I hope that you guys do as well. And then next up, I have been chugging away at why have I said that? I said that earlier. I never say that. Chugging away. Kind of doesn't even make sense, but I have been working hard on getting this pattern ready to go to release this week at the beginning of September. So I have kind of made myself the goal to release a dishcloth pattern every month. And honestly, I can't remember. I think I have done that, but it's not something that's set in stone either. I am hosting a Dishcloth Make-A-Long throughout 2022, and you can find the Facebook group for that down below. It is super relaxed. You can join anytime. You can make as many or as few dishcloths as you please. But this is the dishcloth pattern that I'm going to be launching on September 1st, and I'm so excited about it. I love this pattern. I love the yarn that I used. I love the colors, the stitch. It's amazing, and I have a video tutorial that's going to be coming out on that same day. So if you're a little bit intimidated by this stitch, I know it's unique, but don't be. It is so simple. You got it, and I'm going to walk you step by step through it in that tutorial. But here's what it currently, well, not currently, this is what they look like, period. They're completely done. This is going to be called the Mortar Dishcloth. Kind of looks plaid though, honestly, which I really like. So this uses the single crochet stitch and the double crochet stitch. And if you can do those two things, you could 100% do this pattern. It's so simple. And then I used Originally Lovely Yarn Pima in a bunch of different colors. It kind of features two main colors and then a contrasting border color. But you could totally do, however many or however few colors you'd like. It's totally up to you. Definitely take the pattern and run with it. But for me, I really like the look of two colors for the body and then a border color. So for this one, oh boy, let's see if I can remember all these. Okay, I think the pink is called Shell, and then the orange is Penny, and then the white color is called Powder. And then on this one, the dark blue is Ocean, and then the light blue / gray is called Stone. I did it. I remembered. So proud of myself. Anyway, so I will link this yarn down below if you'd like to try it out. It is brand new to Originally Lovely yarn. I was set up to try out, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to keep using it. It is one of the best cottons I have ever tried. It doesn't split. It is so durable, yet so soft. It's perfect. I love it very much. So definitely check that yarn out. And then the last design that I'm currently working on right now, I'm actually almost done with it. It is so close to being done. And I haven't decided on a release date for this pattern yet. I don't know if it'll be maybe in September or October. I don't know. It is definitely a very bulky beanie, so I'm not sure the best time to release it. But I designed a super bulky version of the Brilliant beanie. So this collection just features a 1x1 whip cuff and then a fully stockinette body with very simple decreases. This is a collection that I started at the beginning of this year and have been continuing it as we enter the fall and winter season. So right now I have the bulky, worsted, DK, and finger weight versions all out. So this is kind of the last one. It'll be called the Mega Brilliant Beanie. Just super bulky yarn. I used Knit Picks Tough Puff for these samples. Obviously this one is color blocked. I used 2 colors, Sky and Flamingo. And then this one is just one solid color. And I think it's called Snickerdoodle, if I remember right. But yeah, in a size 11 needle. So these fly off the needles. They're so quick. So squishy. I love them. So stay tuned for that pattern. Like I said, it's going to be coming out soon. I will link this yarn down below if you want to get some and try it, or get some so that you can use it in the future for this pattern. Yeah, very exciting. It's been so much fun to create both of these beanies. And that is it for Design Talk today. There's a couple of designs that I have to put on hold so that I could finish those projects that I was working on this week. But I'm excited to pick those up. I really want to get the knit tee that I've been working on for the past little while done so that I can wear it during this fall season. It's going to be the perfect garment, and I'm so excited about it. But it is not done yet. So anyway, I do have a little devotional and life update to share, so I hope that you choose to stick around for that. Devotional today, I wanted to share something that really applied to my life over this week, and I hope that it can bring some encouragement or just light to your own life as we start a new week. There were a couple of days this week when I was super overwhelmed with work and with business stuff. I just had a lot of things going on, and then personally I'm navigating a new situation that has been really good, but also really hard to kind of learn how to handle it and learn how to glorify God through it. And He's been so faithful and so good, and I'm so grateful for Him in this season of life as a whole. But in the midst of feeling really overwhelmed and just kind of confused and not sure which direction to go, I came across Mark chapter 6 verse 31, and it was kind of by accident. My Bible is I don't know what the actual name is, and it's kind of falling apart, so it probably fell off, but it's like the color Bible, so it's NIV translation, but it has all of these. Let me see if I can find a good example. Certain verses will be kind of written out in a way that you can color them, which is really fun. I got this Bible quite a few years ago, and it's been so just amazing, and just a better way to dive into the Word with being able to color the verses. And then there's also a version that has all of them already printed and colored for you, which is also beautiful. Anyway, so sometimes I'll just kind of flip through and look at those little coloring areas and see if a verse stands out for whatever reason. Anyway, so I was doing that earlier this week, and I came across Mark chapter 6 verse 31, and the second half of that verse says, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." And in that verse, in the whole passage, Jesus is talking to the disciples, and he's saying, they were in a really busy place, people were coming and going, and he said, instead of being in this area of busyness, come with me and find a quiet place and listen. And he was about to talk to them and to preach them. And then later on in that passage is when Jesus does the miracle of feeding 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And that whole story is so beautiful. And, you know, I think maybe when we were younger, or at least when I was younger, I was definitely told that story. And it is a miracle and it is so amazing. But at the same time, that first part of the whole story, come with me to a quiet place and get some rest. And then having that quiet place evolve into a place with 5,000 people gathered. It was almost like Jesus was trying to prepare his disciples, like, come with me, be with me, seek me first before the chaos of this life ensues. And so I just want to encourage you that whether it is a long walk, or driving in your car by yourself, or finding a quiet room, or just, I know if you're in any season of life, it can sometimes be very, very hard to find a quiet place and to find a few minutes of peace, but I encourage you to seek it and to find it, because that is where Jesus will be. And when we align ourselves with him first, when we come to him first, it's so much easier to not be burdened by the things of this world and the things that we're going to go through in this life. So, you know, it's hard to not be overwhelmed. Like, I 100% understand that, believe me. But we can find rest and peace that is unshakable in him. And so that's something what I've been trying to find, you know, this past week, and of course in weeks ahead and in seasons of life ahead. But I pray that, you know, that can encourage you and that can give you the motivation to find that peace and to seek him first always. So yeah, with that life update, I kind of already shared the gist of it, but it is so weird not being in school. I graduated this summer from college, and I have decided, at least for now, to not continue. I got my associate's degree. That is great for now. Kind of taking a break to see what God has in store, because I don't think more school is what is needed right now. But it's very surreal to be, you know, approaching the fall season and back to school season and back to college and all of that and not be in it. So strange, for sure, but also very good, I'm not gonna lie. And then it's also been amazing to, you know, work is very, very busy right now, and then of course everything within the business as well. So it's just kind of been really nice to not have to worry about school, to not have to balance all of those things on top of each other like I've been doing for so long. So that's definitely been a good thing, a weird thing, a new thing this week. And that's about it. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I hope that it has been an encouragement and an inspiration, and I hope that you are excited to make all of the things this week and give him the glory through it all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and then click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And then of course be sure to check out all of the links down in the description box. I will see you all again next time. Until then, happy making. Bye!